Welcome back to Under Oath. I'm attorney Jeff Kaufman. Sitting next to me is comedian James Sean.
Hello.
Okay, I'm a little spoiled now.
Why?
I'm getting to do some stuff that normally as a kid I would have thought was amazing.
Okay.
But as an adult, it's super amazing.
Okay.
We sponsor the local indoor football team,
I hadn't noticed.
the Pirates.
Yes, sir.
It's the first year the Pirates are here. They moved from Massachusetts.
Yeah.
And
Congrats, by the way, my friend.
And we're going to talk about this because it's just true. And this is how things don't age well.
Uh-huh.
Everyone goes, why didn't they just buy the name from the Orlando Predators?
Oh.
The Orlando Predators, that was our team. And I didn't want to tell them because every time they say the word predator, I go,
Yeah. Ha.
didn't age well.
No.
Because we were thinking, oh, raptors,
Yes.
dinosaurs,
Yeah.
not guys who are getting busted by Chris Hansen.
Correct.
How to catch a predator.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
like Jurassic Park, not like, Grady Judge in Polk County.
Yes.
I don't.
That's not the name you want.
And people keep saying it to me, Jeff, you're involved. Maybe they can. No. It won't work
ever.
And they'll go, well, Jeff, that's silly. You're just being overly sensitive. And I go, I grew up at a time where certain things became unpopular fast.
Yes.
Some things don't age well.
They do not, my friend.
There was a dietary candy
in
the 80s.
Mm.
It was spelled AIDS.
Mm-hmm.
And 3 years later, they named the disease AIDS.
Correct.
Now, we could agree, not the same name.
Not the same.
Feels the same.
Mm-hmm.
And that company went, yee.
Correct.
So that's the same thing.
Yes.
So I get to support the Orlando Pirates. And it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's so much
You're having
fun.
a good time.
Oh, I'm having an amazing
You're
time.
happy. You're giddy, actually.
I actually, because I'm a sponsor and because I'm very involved in the team, I get to do such cool things. But the games are so much fun. And I'm an NBA guy. I'm an NFL guy.
Yeah.
I love these games more.
Tell them why.
It's fun. And it's fun because the game's fast.
Fast paced.
There's never going to be a 14-14 game.
Nah.
No. It's going to be 40 to 60, 70 to 80. I mean, just stupid numbers like this because somebody's scoring and it's always moving fast. There's 8 guys. It's on basically the size of a basketball field, basketball court. Amazing.
It is.
And it's so much fun. And the players are not your spoiled super guys who are getting in trouble, who can't go, I don't respect the coach. And
nah.
They ain't making any coaching decisions on this level.
No.
The coach and the team control what goes on in that field. And the players are glad to play because this is an opportunity for them to get recognized by a higher league.
Correct.
And the players are killing themselves and they're having a good time. And it's amazing.
Yes.
And you're watching it happen. And I get to go like on a win. I go into the locker room.
But I know you get to go in the locker room, which is really cool. But I heard you had an unexpected visitor in the locker room too. My buddy, my friend.
Okay. Jacob, they do a lot for autism awareness, the Pirates.
Which is great.
For me, it's so selfish.
Yes.
I love it. It's getting out there. Jacob's getting out there. Other families are telling me all the time how amazing this is. And Jacob gets to come down with me. But I have my buddy Matt, who also is like a secondary watcher for Jacob sometimes. So I have to go into the locker room. So I go, Matt and I are going down. I go, you got him? He goes, yeah, I got him. Yeah. I said, so I run into the locker room. And they're right about to do the prayer, and I'm going to get ready. And it's after the game, and they do a prayer after the game.
Yeah.
And I hear this, what's your name? Oh, Lord.
Jacob's just there.
Jacob's just standing in the locker room. I grab him. And we go to do the prayer, and I go, don't say a word. Don't say a word. And we all have our arms, you have your arms around the players. It's this great moment, and they're doing the prayer.
Yeah.
And right before the prayer ends, the minute split seconds, Jacob drops an amen.
That's the right time. Yeah.
Amen. But he gets there before everyone else does.
I love Jacob.
Oh.
I love that he just pops up. What's your name?
Oh. Just out of nowhere.
I love it.
But it's so great. I love our Pirates. If you want tickets, go to orlandopirates.com. Just go to a game. They're cheap. You're going to have a good time. Your kids are going to be amazed by it.
But it's going to be fun is what you keep telling me.
And at the end of the game, all you have to do is check in. And you could go down onto the field and they'll sign your stuff.
Come on.
If they're kids go nuts. They're, oh my God, I'm on the field. Oh my God, this player I watched, they're signing my shirt. They're signing my this. That doesn't happen anymore.
No.
So, give your kids this great experience. And if you're an adult, you'll have a fantastic experience too.
Come on out there. Support the Pirates.
All right. So what am I looking at?
Legally Screwed today is a good one, man. Now, look. I got in an accident, and I walked away uninjured after getting rear-ended at 70 miles per hour. And having
you?
Not personally.
Well, no, I mean, did you walk away uninjured?
Well, this is
at
the question.
Time.
Yes, this is an important part.
People don't understand the math on this stuff.
Yes. So adrenaline's going when you first get hit by stuff. And
adrenaline's going for 24 to 48 hours.
Yes. Yes.
You know, this is in our biology to allow us to flee after being significantly injured.
Correct. And survive. It's a survival instinct. Yeah. So I got rear-ended at 70 miles per hour and having my car completely totaled. I'm concerned that insurance is going to lowball me. I'm being told I should sue the driver for damages, and I'm unsure if I should hire a lawyer or wait.
In most states, you have 2 weeks to seek medical attention.
2 weeks?
2 weeks.
Okay.
And Florida, if you don't go within 2 weeks, they penalize you $10,000.
What?
So if you have to,
Okay, off your settlement you might get.
Well, forget your settlement.
Okay.
I want to go to a doctor. The doctor automatically knows he's not going to have access to the $10,000 of what they call PIP insurance. And which means that he's only going to get paid if they settle.
Oh, it's contingent. Oh, okay.
And what happens is that let's say medicals are $20,000. They're going to take that off the amount. They're going to go, okay, we'll take the $10,000. So you're only going to get $10,000 for medicals.
Okay.
What you're going to do is contact an attorney immediately.
Got it.
Because that's the responsible thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
The attorney will send you to a doctor to get looked at.
Mm-hmm.
If you need treatment, they'll get you treatment.
Got you.
If not, they won't. Do not take the call from the insurance company.
Say it again because people need to hear it.
Do not take the call from the insurance company and discuss health. If you want to discuss damages to the car, yes. How are you feeling? Not allowed to talk about that.
See, that's important because you're not going to know that. And here, I've been on the other end of this call, and here's how they do it. They get you because the person making that call is the sweetest person in the world. Oh my God, Mr. Yan, I know you got in an accident, and that's a horrible thing. We all agree that's a horrible thing.
We want to be there for you.
Yeah.
Tell me how you feel. Where did you get hurt?
Oh, do you need medical? Do you need me?
Where'd you get hurt?
Hey.
Was it your back? It's your leg? Oh, your back's fine? Okay, what about your head? Is your head fine? Okay. And did you hit anything when you were in the car? Did any of your body parts hit the car?
Oh.
Believe it or not, it sounds exactly like the attorneys when they're deposing you.
But in a pleasant,
And then you know who's going to ask you the same question? The attorneys in the deposition. Well, when you called us 2 years ago, you said this. Well, no, I just said I was feeling okay. Well, were you feeling okay? So when did you stop feeling okay? The minute you got a lawyer? There you go.
Uh-huh.
So that's the way it goes. So only discuss property issues.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to lowball you on that too.
Okay, explain that. What people
are going to say? Well,
go ahead.
Well, we'll give you $2,000. I don't know what's the cost of fixing this thing, and very rarely we'll give you blue book value. Like the car got totaled, blue book. That means let's say the car is
Kelly Blue Book you're talking about.
And the problem is half the time cars are underwater to begin with. I mean, when I say underwater, meaning that the car might have a blue book value of $5,000 and you owe $8,000 on it.
Upside down.
So you're upside down. Mm-hmm. You're underwater for $3,000. You know, a lot of times the car gets replaced out of the settlement for the health.
Oh, so then your medical bills are
significantly important. So what happens is they only gave you $4,000 for a car that you couldn't buy for $7,000.
No,
and you owed $7,000 on it. Mm-hmm. So you have to use what you got for your health to help get you into the car.
Oh my gosh!
So you got to use your future medicals to buy a new car.
So where does that leave you then as a person?
It's in a bad situation. What has to happen is let your lawyer handle it.
Got it.
And it's difficult to know who to call. It really is.
Because you don't know where to go.
Do I go to the largest? Do I go to the guy who has the best commercial?
Mm-hmm.
The issue should be this. Do you trust him? And ask who your lawyer is going to be. That's a big thing.
Let me elaborate a little bit because we all know there are big lawyers out there. We see commercials, we see billboards, but I can see when I call the importance of saying, hey, I'm calling this firm, but who's actually my lawyer?
Who's going to be the attorney representative?
And if I hear, well, it's going to be the guy that...
Oh, well, we'll know that later.
Yeah. Okay, see.
Or if they give you this name and you're going, well, who's
that? Yeah.
How long has he been with the firm? That's a big deal too.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, in my firm, they would call up and they'd say, hey, who's representing? Well, Jeff and Craig.
That's what I mean. That's the difference. The guy that's
we also don't take, 2,000 cases a month.
No.
I mean, we are always available.
Yes.
And that's the thing. I get called all the time by a client who'll go, they'll be scared. And we do things that a lot of firms don't do. I shoot videos, informative videos for different steps the client might be in.
You do.
And the other day, it was kind of funny that we had a client in deposition. And after the deposition, she came to me and she was like, Jeff, the videos that you sent me, I watched it a lot. And you were right. I would not have been prepared if I hadn't watched your video. And actually, I watched it 3 or 4 times.
There you go.
And the video's only like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But it was enough for her to get it. And we explain that to them beforehand anyway. We cover all those things, but sometimes they don't hear you and they need that video or they need that. And the hardest thing a client has is when you're in an accident, what's the first thing you think? Well, I saw a billboard where he got $1 million.
Yeah.
So where's my $1 million?
Yeah.
Well, the first thing I discussed with you is I said, okay, this is your basic expectation. You're not getting $1 million if you have no medicals, meaning that you have no bills.
Yeah.
And your bills are normally, whatever settlement you get, it's normally anywhere from 2 to 5 times your medicals. So if you only have $10,000 in medicals, do the math. How much should you get?
Correct.
Well, the settlement should be 50. It's not going to be $1 million.
No.
Now, if you had surgery and the surgery was $100,000, maybe 400,000 or 500,000 or something like that. But that's the way it normally plays out.
Makes sense.
Also, your attorney doesn't control how much insurance the person who hit you has.
No.
So let's say the guy has one of these cheap, and I don't want to call it NBA policies. Because I really like the guy.
If the insurance company has a cartoon mascot
who is not an officer in the Army,
you're gonna be paid in Acme bucks.
Oh. There are certain companies that I see.
Yeah.
And I go, this guy's screwed.
Oh, you're done.
That's bad.
Can we just say really quickly, if you do get insurance, don't go with a cheap insurance.
No.
It's going to cost you more in the long run.
Get cheap insurance if you can't afford insurance.
Got it.
If you don't have any money,
gotcha,
and you have to get the minimum,
do what you got to do.
But there's a good chance you're going to pay for it later. Meaning if you get in an accident and you don't have this extra insurance to cover you because the guy also had cheap ass insurance.
There you go.
You'll be out of a job. You won't be able to work and you'll have no money. So be responsible for that. And don't trust that the driver who hits you will have good insurance. I'm your host, Jeff Kaufman, together with my partner, Craig Lind. All right. We live in basically theme park heaven or hell, whichever you feel towards it.
Oh, in Orlando?
We got
goodness, yes.
We got SeaWorld. We got Disney. We got Universal. We have a bunch of we have Fun Spot.
MGM
we got
Studios,
it all. Well, that's part of Disney.
And...
Well, that's Tampa. We'd have to go 2 hours for that.
Yeah,
but here's the fact is this. Rides have not gone the direction that I wanted them to go. When I was young, maybe. We had Space Mountain and we had Space Mountain. That was it. And then we got Uppity. Universal Studios, we got the Hulk.
Oh, the Hulk's the greatest roller coaster.
It was. And now they have other ones. The ones that we don't go on.
Because we're too old.
We're too old. I know I'm in trouble when I get on a ride where in the first 5 seconds I want it to end.
Oh, yeah. I've been on roller coasters with my son and my daughter where I'm halfway through. I'm like, man, this needs to end.
How long is this going to go?
This needs to end now. I'm not going to recover from this.
I know I'm in trouble when I start having communications with the Lord when I'm doing this. When I'm going, what? Come on, God, please, Lord, don't make me vomit. Please, Lord, let me hold it in. Please, Lord, let this end. And of course, my son who's autistic, so Dada looks sick. Shut up. Dada's not sick. He's just old. Okay. Now, at Disney, rides break down all the time.
Do they?
All the time. And it's interesting because how long the ride is, they could either walk you off the ride or wait for the ride to pick up. I've been walked off rides like Pirates of the Caribbean, Winnie the Pooh, a lot of rides.
There's a ride called Winnie the Pooh?
How do you get up in the morning? You had how old's your daughter?
I didn't know there was a Winnie the Pooh ride.
How old's your daughter?
She's 7.
Have you ever taken her to the Magic Kingdom?
All the time.
Then how did you pass the Winnie the Pooh ride?
I don't know, but now I'm mad that I have because I've never heard of that before.
Oh, you haven't been the one with Tigger, and then it goes like the up and down a little bit?
No.
Wow,
There's a Winnie the Pooh ride?
That's child abuse, child neglect.
Well, I took her to Disney. How abusive could it be?
Well, because you didn't go on the good rides. Would you take her
went
on the
on the
ones
great
you
rides.
wanted to go on?
Well, of course.
Okay. Well, there is a Winnie the Pooh ride. It could be called something else, but it's Winnie the Pooh. That's Tigger, Eeyore, first the wind, then the rain, you know. It's... But, and I've been stopped. And Jacob, I don't know whether it's his autism, but somehow he breaks rides. We'll be in the middle and the ride will stop. And I'll go. And the same ride broke like 3 times, like 3 straight weeks in a row. And he goes, Jacob broke the ride. I go, how did you break the ride? Jacob doesn't know.
I think you guys just go on a lot of them, so it seems like he breaks the ride because you probably are on 3 times
Is
more
that numerology?
than the average person.
Where you're always seeing the same number?
I don't know what that means, but
It means like, let's say 7 is the number.
Oh,
and I tell you 7.
you get obsessed.
You'll
with the number.
notice you'll notice 7s everywhere now. Like I have a joke in my stand-up where I go 10:02. And everyone's telling me now, every time I look at the clock, it's 10:02 and I imagine you.
Imagine you.
Yeah. We're not talking about that. But the point is, I'm not big on rides that break down. Like I got stuck in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Well, who's big on rides that break down? So what a thing to say.
Well, it's easy when you get stuck on a ride at a certain point. Like, for example, I got caught in Pirates of the Caribbean at a certain phase. Yo ho, a pirate's life for me. Ha ha. Please stay in the car. We'll be moving momentarily. Yo ho. After I think there's everly
2 hours
200 versions of that.
You're like,
I mean, come on, somebody's writing me a check. Now, I thought that was bad. I used to joke around that they affected me mentally. Well, I don't even compare because Texas roller coaster malfunctions leaves riders stranded 100 feet up.
Ooh.
I'm looking at this picture
10
right
stories. 10 stories in the air.
now. Oh my God. There's a picture online of this. And you know when you go real high on a roller coaster right before it hits the cusp and you flip over and go all the way down?
No, hold on. I'm not getting out. I don't care if the firemen are there. I'm staying.
Okay.
I am staying in this roller coaster until you guys figure out how to get it back down. How do you get out of the seat and into that tiny little ladder?
Well, I think it's a bucket ladder, and I think what they're doing is they have to secure you before they unhook you. But my concern is this, is that if they unhook one, do all the other ones pop open at the same time?
Oh, they would have to hook everybody up at the same time?
I think they would have to secure everybody. Because I'm looking at this thing right now.
That is a Final Destination movie trailer right there, if ever there was one.
I'm kind of, when I look at that, and I don't want to say the lawyer in me goes, somebody's writing a check. Because how mentally messed up are you being stuck basically close to upside down?
No, that's not upside down.
Your feet are up in the air.
No.
Have you ever done, did you ever do
looking
rip ride?
straight up.
Did you ever do the rip ride at Universal?
Oh, yeah.
That's rip riding.
Yeah.
Your feet are sticking up and your back is like this and your face, you're looking towards the sky.
Yeah. It's always right then when my imagination takes over. I think, my God, how bad would it hurt if this thing just came off the track?
Well, I guarantee that thought hit their mind every 3 seconds as they're being stuck in this position. And it wasn't like they're just sitting there at the top. They're just on their backs, basically, with their feet up in the air.
Now, how long did it take for them to get out there?
Several hours.
Ooh.
They were up there for like Lord of the Rings.
What if you have to go to the bathroom?
I guarantee somebody did.
Oh, man.
Now, the worst thing is that when you go, everyone else pays too. Could you imagine the guy behind you?
Sorry. Sorry about this, guys. I can't stop. I can't
hold
help
it. You will hold it, sir. I don't know you.
What if the people in the front row start throwing up?
That's what I'm saying. I guarantee one of these people had somebody else's pee-pee on them. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
One of these kids peed themselves.
That looks
terrible. Could you imagine being locked upside down, everything else, and then, oh man, I don't know. How much? What do you think it would cost to settle that one?
I don't know. What does a jury give you for that? What do you think?
Well, you got to
have to show that this was somehow foreseeable, right?
It is.
Like, hey, you screwed up your inspection, or you didn't have a robust inspection policy, or somebody hit the wrong button.
Well, we can agree who's not at fault, right?
Right. The riders are not at fault.
The riders are not at fault.
We didn't pay for this.
So the person who owns the ride is basically at fault. Now, you and I have discussed this before. If this is a park and not a traveling show, then each ride isn't probably insured. The whole park is probably insured, right?
Right.
Okay. So this isn't a situation where you have a traveling park where every ride has a $10,000 insurance policy. Now, this happened in Texas at, I believe it's called the Galveston Island Historic Pleasure Pier. And pleasure definitely was not on the menu. Because look at this. It's horrific. Okay, now I'm trying to work the math on this one. As somebody who handles cases like this, there's definitely a mental factor in this. I mean, what they went through for several hours thinking they were going to die. I mean, I would have. The average person, after 5 minutes, would go, oh, we're going to die. 3 hours.
I don't know.
3 hours hanging upside down. And when these guys come with the huge
comfortable
bucket,
chair, you had a
comfortable chair.
Yeah,
these are the most uncomfortable chairs you could sit in.
No, you're relaxing.
They're plastic.
Yeah, you're relaxing.
What do you think? They're like lazy boys?
Yeah.
They're vibrating? Yeah, this is great.
It's fine.
Ugh, stop.
It's not a big deal.
Somebody's writing a check. But the problem is the city probably owns it.
Yes.
It's on a pier. City probably
there's probably a waiver, like you limit the liability to like $5,000.
Yeah, no kidding.
Here's your. They just write the check as you're getting off.
Oh my God!
Thank you for coming. Here's your $5,000. Thank you for coming. Here's your $5,000.
And here's a sweatshirt to hide the pee stains. Oh God, Craig! I mean, come on. The worst part of the world we live in is I am so tired of settlements based on emotional issues. Oh, I was offended. So you're getting a couple mil for being offended. Actually, more than a couple mil now, depending on what state you're in or city. These guys, that's a nightmare. That nobody's going to go, this was so cool. I just had such a good time up here. Maybe in the first 5 minutes you're going, huh? And then after that,
good story though.
And the wind is blowing.
You see the water? People? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 8 people that have an unbelievable story for the rest of their lives.
Notice this is a ride on a pier, which means the wind's blowing.
How do you get stuck right there though? How is it possible?
It's a safety. It clamped in. Something got clamped in.
Man.
But I'll tell you right now.
You're really praying to the engineering gods right there, aren't you? Like, wow, I hope you guys...
Well, you're laying there on your back with your feet in the air.
I hope you guys anticipated this.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just the weight of this whole thing on what? One little clip?
Oof.
This entire thing?
Yep. I mean, what's the value? What's the cost? How do you even define a cost when you're going, what's it worth to thinking that you're going to die for like 3 hours?
Oh, no one's thinking they're going to die.
Of course you are.
You're
Listen, I jumped out of airplanes. Let me tell you this. I always thought I had a chance of dying. I was going, oh man, come on. Don't break your legs. Don't do this. If I'm stuck here going, this brake gives out and goes in the wrong direction, I'm toast. Because they're not at the top of this thing. They're almost at the top, which means that something's holding them from going back down at like Mach 1.
Yeah. Ooh. That thing snaps and everybody's in trouble. That's
all you're thinking about. Could you imagine you're on there and the guy next to you is going, we're going to die. We're going to die. And you go, shut up and stop peeing on me. God.
Oh, that would be the worst. If you were trapped up there and then you had a hypochondriac right next to you, just
you don't have to be. You could just be a regular person.
Just flipping out. Just what?
And the question is, when does everyone start losing their mind? Is it a chain where one guy goes, oh, come on, I suck it up. And like 3 minutes later,
No, I think I think the people who are calm are going to stay calm the whole time. People who panic over everything, they're going to panic the whole time.
How do you ever seen those videos where they go up and the person passes out, then wakes up and passes out again, and he kees passing out on these like
think that's happening just over and over again?
One guy goes, oh man, I had this weird dream. I thought I was going to die. Oh man, I had this weird dream. I thought I was going to die.
He just keeps looking over and passing out. Every time his head rolls that way.
It's probably a first date thing where there's this dude, his just keep doing. The girl next to him is going, oh, come on, man. Sack up. I always love when the woman's stronger than the dude. And there's some dude losing his mind, and the woman's going,
Would you relax?
could you relax? It's not like having
Would
a
you
period.
relax? We're strapped in.
Oh, my
Knock it
God.
off.
I'd like to see who the real dudes, if they had a tape, you kind of hope that this would be like the greatest sitcom ever. If you just ran a tape for the 3 hours to listen to the conversations people are
It would
having.
be interesting to take those 8 people and have them do a group interview like 3 days later. Like, all right, what were you thinking?
Oh, I guarantee
What were you
somebody
thinking?
hates somebody else on that thing.
Somebody what?
There's hate. One
Oh.
person goes, you.
They wouldn't
I wanted
shut
you to
up.
die. I wanted you to die the whole time. You kept saying stuff. You kept thinking we're going to die, all this other stuff. Because it only takes one dude. Like one of the last jumps I had in the military, I had to make up a jump because I hadn't jumped for 3 months. And they were going to take my pay away. And they go, well, we're going to put you on this jump with a bunch of newbies. Now, you never want to be in the sky with a bunch of newbies.
Why is that?
Because they don't know what they're doing.
Well,
So they can slide right into you. They don't know how to pull away from you. They just got a jump school. They don't know anything. They call them
they
cherries.
drop you guys close enough where that's a
It's
possibility.
not. Have you ever watched a military jump?
No, I don't think I
Okay.
have.
200 people come out of each door within like 45 seconds.
Oh, wow.
It's that fast. Hundreds of people. And then they have 12 planes flying back to back going out there. So you have hundreds and thousands of people in the air. So if you ever watch one of these jumps, you go, wow, there's got to be thousands. Now, there's only so much sky, so people are bouncing off each other. It's not good. And a lot of fights when you land because people are mad that the person was walking on their chute or doing stuff like that. And people go, how do you walk on a chute? Trust me. I've done it. It is not a comfortable feeling because you think it's your chute.
Oh, you're standing.
You think your chute collapsed somehow and it's in your face.
On my own shoot. Oh, yeah.
Suddenly they're shooting your face and you're, what the hell is this? And you go, oh my God, I want somebody else to shoot. And you get off my chute, And you're just hoping to get far enough away that the person
when
doesn't
you're on
recognize
somebody's
you.
shoot, do you guys both start falling faster?
It was like a moonwalk for me. I walked fast.
Is there enough resistance
slid
from
off
the
the side.
air that you are actually walking on it, or do you sink down into it?
I remember walking a little bit and sliding off the side, coming off the side of the chute, and then trying to get as far away from this person as possible because you don't want them to think it was you. Now, the great thing about camouflage on your face and everything else, you could get away
You
with
guys
it.
all look the same.
Yeah, we all kind of look the same. But yeah, not a great ride. And the fear of death is there, but I can't imagine having that feeling for 3 hours. So yeah, I think somebody's getting a check. Somebody's getting a check for this one. Probably all 8 of them. I wonder if they'll get equal checks.
No, probably not. Because
Like one person goes, you were
yeah, it wasn't that big of a deal.
you were the brave one,
that's
so you
fine.
get less.
Yeah.
The guy who actually kept everyone calm.
The
gets less.
person who's in lifetime therapy after this, yeah, they get probably a lot more.
Well, if you get in one of these accidents, 407-500 Jeff. This we will take your case. Today I have actor Denis O'Hare, my first Tony Award winner. I got to tell you that I almost lost it. I was like, oh, tell me that technology will not screw this up. So
Nice.
I'm ridiculously happy. So my first question is this the worst technical difficulty you've ever had in your professional career?
No, my God, no. I travel a lot, right? And so everything from lost luggage to planes that don't show up to getting on planes and getting off planes. I was doing a shoot for Lizzie Borden in Savannah years ago, and I showed up at like 1 a.m. and someone makes all the arrangements for you, right? So I showed up and I'm ready to get to my hotel. I go there and they didn't know who I was. They had no room for me. It's 1 a.m. I'm tired. And I said, my last name has an apostrophe, right?
Right.
So oftentimes my name is misfiled under H, O'Hare.
Yeah.
So the Dennis O, and O becomes my middle name and H. Plane tickets are always screwed up. It's always screwed up because they can't find my name. So I said, look under H. Looks under H, can't find it. And she just starts giving me attitude. Like, sir, are you in the right place? And I'm like, yes, here's the memo. Look, here's my travel memo. Who made the reservation? I go, I don't know. I'm an actor. I just show up when they tell me to go. Finally, I call someone. It's like 1 a.m. I finally get a hold of someone. They put my reservation under my character's name. I didn't know my character had a last name. His name was John Morse. What? Why would I ever look under my character's name?
Who
I
would
was
do
like,
that?
Oh my God, it's crazy.
It happens. It just cuts me up. Well, let's talk about your new show. It's called The Burrows. It's on Netflix, and it's from the producers of Stranger Things.
Yeah.
So
You know, they said, I think one of the Duffer brothers said that it's, instead of kids on bikes fighting monsters, it's old folks in golf carts fighting monsters. And that's kind of accurate. You know what I mean? I object to the old folks part. I'm
yeah,
64. I'm not old. I've got about 20 years to go before I'm old. And, it's funny because there is this, I'm inside my body. And like Gina Davis said yesterday, you don't change. You think you're who you are. The outside world looks at you and goes, oh, you've gotten older, you're old. But, I feel like the same person I've always been. I feel like the same guy from high school. I don't feel like any different. And so it's weird to have this perception that these are older people or it's about a retirement community, you know?
I think it's about timing. I think as decades go, things change. I mean, like I remember Cocoon. Those actors were in their like late 40s. I mean, the world has changed so much now. I mean, I'm doing stand up all across the country. I never thought I'd be doing it at this age. I think we're
Yeah.
just younger.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, the actors, the action actors are all in their 50s and 60s. I mean, it's amazing. But
Yeah.
I do want to ask a question because I know when you get a role, I mean, you're a classically trained actor, Tony Award winning, everything else, and your agent goes, "All right, I got this character for you. He's the he's the vampire king of Mississippi. What do you think?"
I was like, yes, I'm in. What? Yes. When? When do I start? You know what? My agents know that if it's in a weird location, if I'm going to be shooting in, the Congo, I'll say yes. If I'm shooting in Bosnia Herzegovina, I will say yes. I shot something in Kosovo recently. I'm in. I'm in. What I'm not in for is you're playing a lawyer. I'm like, no, I
Yeah.
don't want to play. I mean, if the lawyer has one leg and has Tourette's and sees visions of aliens, I'll play him. But if he's just a lawyer, no, no, I'm not playing that. You know what I mean? I'll play a doctor who's afraid of blood. I'm just not going to play a normal character. I want characters who've got something going on, you know?
You know, I love that because I don't. You were on the Good Wife. You were a judge for 10 episodes, and I can't
Yeah.
imagine you're sitting there going, "Okay, I'm sitting the majority of the time just looking at these people yell."
No, but they were great characters. That was a great character. I loved him because, again, this was a judge who was uber liberal, who tended to rule against his own instincts if the law read him that
Yeah.
way. Because unlike our Supreme Court, he was a judge who actually had some, backbone and actually had some ethics. He ruled where the law told him to rule, not according to his politics and not according to, his payoff.
It's tough. I don't know if you know. I'm also an attorney, and I make these comments all the time about judges that they have to worry. They're worried about their jobs. They're not worried
Yeah.
about the law, and that's a very
Yeah.
tough thing. And when you're putting a character together, do you start? I mean, how do you design it? Is it like I'm looking at everything, or do I have to know the way the character walks?
It's not one size fits all. Every character is different. Every project is different. I used to joke, and it's partly true. I'm a hair and shoe actor. If I can figure out his shoes and how he walks, and I can figure out his hair, then I've got the character. That's roughly true. It's not always true. Sometimes characters are more difficult to find. Wally was, in many ways, for me, an instinctual character. I just knew who he was. I had him. But I also had to find him. There were some things I couldn't quite grasp and couldn't quite make sense of. And so you you try things on, you try line readings, you try a different kind of pose or whatever it is, you're trying on their body and you're trying on their spirit.
Now, when a lot of actors have certain ways they like to be directed. Some people say, listen, I want hands off. I want as much direction as possible. I mean, are you more chameleon like, or is it like, do you have a favorite way of being directed?
Again, it's to me, it's not one size fits all. It's according to the project. It's according to what I'm doing. Generally, I like to. I'm a kind of a show me guy. I want to show you. I don't want you to tell me what to do. I will show you what I'm doing, and then you can tell me if it's good or bad, and then you can give me notes. But I generally come with a lot of my own ideas. I come with lots of ideas, And so I'm what's it called? Like I'm an edited actor. You got to edit me down. You got to like whittle away and go, okay, stop that. Don't do that. Okay, less of that. Okay, cleaner over here because I'll just bring everything. I'm like, blah, let's go.
I mean, I love that. I love it. I've seen so many of your work, and it's just so amazing. And I like to ask actors this question because we have a lot of theater people who listen to our show. A lot of people who want to be on Broadway, they want to do all these things. And I always ask the actor, I said, what do you think the most important thing that when you went into an audition for like a Broadway play? I mean, what do you think? There was a big difference between like a movie and going on Broadway. How do you prepare for that?
I guess I've over the years gotten to be a pretty good auditioner. I wasn't always a good auditioner. My first thing is work your ass off beforehand. Don't regret the audition. Don't walk out and go, I wish I had worked harder. I wish I had memorized it. Memorize it, plan it, know where you're going to stand. Know that if there's no chair, that you got to stand. Know that if they ask you to sit, you got to sit. Know that you got to be flexible. And the other thing for me is if you prepare well and you walk out, you're not going to feel bad. You're going to feel great. If you did what you wanted to do, the rest is up to them. I can't read minds. I can't make the decisions. I don't get parts because I look too much like someone else already cast. I don't get parts because I remind them of someone they didn't like in high school. I don't get parts because I'm not tall enough. I don't get parts because I'm not old enough. I don't get parts because I'm not young enough. I don't get parts because I'm too Irish. I don't get parts because I look a certain way. There's no control. I do what my job is. I prepare. I leave it all on the floor. I walk out and I forget it.
I really love that because rejection is so hard for people. And I think the ability to get it off you for your own mental health is a better way of doing it.
I mean, to that extent, I've walked into rooms, and I know it's my part. I sat in the waiting room, looked around, other actors have gone, "This is my part. This is my part." I'm sorry you guys are here wasting your time. Sometimes you just know. Other times I look and I go, "It's his part. I am not getting this role today. It is John's part. I am not getting this part. I am not getting this role." You just look and I go, "I'd cast him. I wouldn't cast me. I'd cast him."
Wow.
You know?
I can't imagine. Mentally, you look over at the other guy going, oh, he's got me beat. I mean,
But
wow.
we're also all friends, you
Okay.
know. I mean, I did an audition once for a part, and I was like, we were all there. Jason was there, Patrick was there, Bruce was there, Colin, we were all there. And you look around, you go, any one of us can do this. We'd all do a great job. We'd all do a great job. So pick one. Who are you going to get? Who are you going to pick? Pick one of us.
It's amazing. I love that. Now, I don't know how many conventions you've done because of True Blood, but I can imagine you going there and going, out of all the roles I played, so many people know me as this and not
Yeah.
that. I mean, is it humbling? Is it just something that you just go, well, it's just luck of the draw?
Yeah, I've done a bunch of conventions. I love conventions. I love the energy. I love the fans. I love their enthusiasm, their devotion. That being said, having done them, there are times when I'm like, I've got nobody in my line, and the guy next to me has 500 people. I'm like, I don't even know who that person is. I've never heard of their show. Why are they lining up? What's happening? You know, Conventions are an opportunity to be very humbled because in one instance, someone walks up and they can't speak to you and they're fainting and you have made their life.
Yeah.
And the next instance, someone walks up and she goes, "Who are you supposed to be? Why would I pay money for your autograph?" And I would go, "You know what, honey? You don't. Move on. Bye."
Oh my God. I have Comic-Con coming up because I also write comic books. And it is the most emotionally draining thing to be like, I thought I was good at what I do. It's just this weird thing. Conventions are tough.
Yeah, they are
But
tough. They are tough.
well, I know that you've had a tough day, and I'm going to try to make it a little shorter for you. You have an opportunity to work with such fantastic actors over time. When you find out who's on a project, and I'm not asking you who your favorite was, but there are times where you're going, oh, I'm really looking forward to this. What was one of the biggest surprises when you go, oh, I got to work with this actor?
I loved working with Sandra Bullock and Ryan Reynolds when we did The Proposal. They were awesome. I worked with Angelina Jolie twice. We did The Mighty Heart together, Angelina and I. and then I did The Changeling, Clint Eastwood's movie.
Yeah.
And I love working with her. It's funny, I had done A Mighty Heart with her, and then maybe 3 years later, doing The Changeling, and she sees me, and I'm in line to get my food, and she comes over to me. She joins me in the back of the line, and we wait behind all the crew members, and we have this conversation while we wait to get our food. She didn't cut the line, didn't bring me in, didn't sit privately. She's awesome. I guess my thing is I'm always surprised at how decent people are. Robert Downey Jr., I had a great time with him, a super decent guy. I got to do a little scene with Robert Duvall, and incredibly generous, decent. Tom Hanks, they don't come any nicer than that. You know what I mean? I've had almost no experience where I've walked away and gone, yuck.
Oof.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
It's,
people are pretty great.
it's hard for me because I look forward to interviewing certain people. Like this interview, I was really looking forward to because of your work, but the Tony and everything, stuff like that excites me. Nothing's worse sometimes than meeting your heroes. And that's happened to me once or twice. And I'm glad it never happened to you because those people stick with you. And
Yeah.
you just go, God, I thought this was a good guy. And every time I see him somewhere, I'm going, not a good guy.
No.
Eh,
But another thing is we as actors, we tend to like each other and know each other. And I'm always shocked when I walk by an actor who I don't know, who knows me. I was doing a play in Central Park called Into the Woods, Sondheim musical with
Yep.
Amy Adams and Donna Murphy. And one night I come off afterward, we come backstage, and there's people usually waiting to see you. And John Hamm goes, "Buddy," I've never met him before. I'm like, "Hey," and we have this big hug, and it was like lovely. He was super sweet, but I was like, I don't know you. But sometimes we all sort of know each other because
Yeah.
we're in the same pool, and you see them, and it's weird, I'm not a fan of Donald Trump. I'll just say that up front. I'm not a fan. I moved out of this country when he got
Yeah.
elected. I moved to Paris. I did Sweet Charity with Christina Applegate years ago, and two people came and saw that show that night who were great people. Not great people, sorry, big people. Donald Trump and Alec Baldwin. Donald Trump never said a word to anybody. He didn't talk to the actors. He didn't compliment us. He stood next to Christina Applegate and never said a word to her. Alec Baldwin hunted down one of our actors to give her a compliment, found her in the back room because he's an actor.
Yeah.
He gets it. He knows what we're like. And the other guy, well, he plays the president on TV, but
It happens. I'm going to leave you with this last question because, you got to work with a director like Clint Eastwood, and you're talking about, I mean, top 5, celebrity on the planet, history, everything else like that. Is it humbling when you have that first meeting with him, or is it like, oh, it's just cool?
No, you're terrified of these people. I worked with Leonardo DiCaprio. My first met Angelina Jolie. You're terrified because you don't know what to expect. They're a big star. When Clint Eastwood is a huge,
Yeah.
so he's a legend. Again, couldn't be nicer. Super easy to work with. Super supportive. Really, really slyly funny. Yeah. I loved working with him. I'd do anything with him. I really would.
Well, I got to tell you, I love this. I'm glad we survived the technical difficulties. Your show,
Yeah.
The Burrows, starts this month on Netflix. It's an 8
Tomorrow.
episode series, and I can't wait to see it. And
It's a great.
this has been such a privilege. Look forward to seeing you on the road someday.
Thank you. I'm glad we got it together.
All right. Well, that wraps up today's show. I'm attorney Jeff Kaufman. Thanks for joining us. Special thanks to my 2 co-hosts, my good friend, professional comedian James John, and my law partner, Craig Lind. This show is sponsored by Kaufman Lind. If you or someone you know has been in an accident, contact us at 407-500-JEFF or 407-500-5333 for a free consultation, or visit us at whenyouneedus.com.